I'm the local coordinator for the Malden Girl Scouts, which means I plan citywide events for all of the troops in Malden. We are part of GSUSA and also the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, which is known as WAGS, both of which celebrate International Day of the Girl as well. Currently involved with 3 troops. One is 11th graders, one is for middle schoolers, and one is for little daisies, 2 of which are on our call today. So I'm happy to see them. I also run the PTO at the Linden STEAM Academy, and I'm the mother to 3. I spend a lot of my life talking to girls and listening to them and thinking about how to reach what makes them happy and how to encourage them to be their best selves. I hear a lot about what's important to them, what they worry about, and what they want to change. Here are some of the things that I hear. They don't want to be told what to wear or how to act ladylike, especially when the boys in their classes don't get the same speeches. They don't want to be told that their spaghetti straps are distracting to the boys in middle school when the boys are allowed to wear their pants so low that their underwear is showing. They don't want to be told to wear a bra and then to be told to make sure that the straps are never, ever visible. They don't want to be ashamed of their bodies or of getting their periods. They're concerned about gender equality and also gender identity and transphobia, also xenophobia and ableism and racism. They're committed to inclusivity in a way that the generations before even imagined. They're worried about animals and about climate change. As Girl Scouts, it's part of our mission to make the world a better place. I see them trying to do just that, and I see them wondering why the generations before them have stopped trying so hard. I hosted a recent event for my Girl Scouts called Promote the Vote, which our mayor participated in as well. It was part of a national endeavor to encourage girls to get involved in democracy, to make their voices heard. During that event, I taught my girls about Emma Fall Schofield and her mother, Anna Christie Fall, who was a suffragist. How they spent their lives pursuing education and careers and defying gender norms. Just like the Girl Scouts, these women were passionate about making change, while also giving back to Malden through community service. These are the lessons on womanhood that I want my girls to learn. Sometimes as women, we need to unlearn the lessons that our mothers and grandmothers taught us and find new lessons to teach our daughters instead. My mom had to leave school at 13 years old to raise her siblings when her mother passed away, even though one of her brothers was older than she was, because she was taught that her education was not as important as her brother's. It wasn't as important as her role inside the home. My mom was told that the only man she could marry was a man that her father approved of. It was his choice, not hers. My mom got married in 1958, and she was taught that her husband was the provider. He made all the decisions, and she was just the follower. My dad is a good man. He didn't argue with that. He had been taught the same thing. In 2016, my mom told us that she would never, ever vote for a woman for president because a woman could never be strong enough or tough enough to run our country. Luckily, my daughters were horrified because I had learned by then to relearn some of the lessons that my mother had been taught, that she had passed on to me. My hero, Juliette Gordon Lowe, who was the founder of Girl Scouts, said over 100 years ago, "The work of today is the history of tomorrow, and we are its makers." My hero, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, said, "My mother told me to be a lady, and for her that meant to be your own person, to be independent." That's a very different definition of being a lady than my mother had been taught. Ruth Bader Ginsburg also said, "Women belong in all the places where decisions are being made." And my hero, Shirley Chisholm, said, "If they don't give you a seat at the table, you make sure to bring a folding chair." These are the lessons that I've learned in my adult life, and no one had ever thought to teach my mom. But I see it as my job to teach the girls of today, and therefore the girls of tomorrow. That's their duty to stand up. It's their duty to speak out, and it's our job, each and every one of us, to listen to them and to amplify their voices whenever possible. Thank you.
So congratulations again. And to the Zonta Club of Malden itself, this is an important opportunity to say thank you for all that you've done and you continue to do. from the Woman Making a Difference dinner to Youth Recognition Night, to helping out at the mobile food market, to gender equality, and now to the Day of the Girl Child, which I have to be honest, I've learned so much thanks to your campaign, and so won't Speaker DeLeo when I send him a letter tomorrow advocating for the pending bill in the State House. So we just want to end by letting you know that we have prepared a proclamation that I would like to read to you now, and it says as follows. Whereas in 1995 at the World Conference on Women in Beijing, countries unanimously adopted the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action to advance the rights of not only women, but girls. And whereas on December 19, 2011, the United Nations General Assembly adopted Resolution 66-170 to declare October 11th as the International Day of the Girl Child, to recognize girls' rights and the unique challenges girls face around the world. And whereas adolescent girls have the right to a safe, educated, and healthy life, and if supported during their adolescent years, girls have the potential to change the world, both as the empowered girls of today and as tomorrow's workers, mothers, entrepreneurs, mentors, household heads, and political leaders. And whereas the City of Malden acknowledges the mission of its local Zonta Club to achieve gender equality by advancing the rights and empowerment of all women and girls everywhere, now therefore, I, Gary Christensen, Mayor of the City of Malden in Massachusetts, hereby proclaim the 11th day of October in 2020 as Day of the Girl Child in the City of Malden. I encourage everyone in our community to join with the Zonta Club of Malden in bringing awareness to the challenges girls face and promoting girls' empowerment and the fulfillment of their human rights. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused this seal of the City of Malden, this 11th day of October 2020, to be affixed. Very truly yours, Gary Christensen, Mayor of Malden. Thank you.